The Devil's Ruin is a weapon that really jumped out in popularity this weekend, mostly because Checkmate doesn't let you have things like special very often. So when you can use a weapon like this, well, you can just get around that roadblock easily. Obviously, you can just tap shoot this thing, but if you hold down, you can shoot a laser that is gonna, well, burn people to a freaking crisp. Now, on top of that, I wanted to pair it with something like the Mechaniers Trick Sleeves. These things are made to work with sidearms. We get extra airborne effectiveness, we get ready speed, and we get reload speed. Not to mention, if we do get to critical health, we get 10% extra damage against our enemies in PvP. Now, that's pretty good stuff, and altogether it makes the build feel really good. Other people were kind of scumming with things like the Devil's Ruin, and then they'd go on a Strain Hunter, so they were just dodging backwards with all their, abusive Threaded Spectre type stuff, or their Worm Crutch, things like that, but I wanted to keep it simple and fun, so I went with this combo right here. Armor is pretty simple stuff as per usual. You can see I have some kinetic and solar targeting, and the same thing for unflinching, or making orbs like we usually do with our Reaper mod, our heavy-handed, and our firepower. As always, you can pause if you want to read any of these mods more in depth. But we're just going to be making orbs with our mods here, and then we can pick those up with our Orbs of Restoration. I have 2 of those on, and then 1 Absolution mod to get some energy back into our abilities. We can also use 2 Bomber mods, which gives us 17% of our grenade energy back every time we use our dodge. Now, I wanted to use a fun hand cannon that I just haven't used for a while, and I wanted to use a 120. So I looked at the Pure Poetry here, which is one that I like quite a bit. Although the game was so laggy this weekend, I didn't feel that great. Mine is just an old roll, Outlaw, Rampage, but it's just fun and I had a good time with it. But you can substitute any other gun in your kinetic slot that you would like to. Arc Strider is some pretty usual stuff. You're probably not going to get your super even if you are on Gathering Storm, but I would recommend having this over Arc Staff. You're going to want to use a Marksman dodge this weekend so you can easily reload things like your Pure Poetry if that's what you're going to use, because 120s don't have the best reload speed, or even just reloading your Devil's Ruin in the midst of battle is obviously a very good thing. You can shoot an entire laser blast out and then use your dodge to immediately reload. And then you could use another laser blast and then immediately reload with your Mechaniers Trick Sleeves, so you have a lot of easy ways to just keep spamming that laser. After that, I have on Blink, of course. You can be a little jumpy boy if you want to, but we blink around here. And then I have on Combination Blow so we can heal off of our actual punch kills. After that, I had on a Pulse Grenade, and I also wanted to pair that with a fragment down here called the Spark of Magnitude. This just gives us a longer duration on that Pulse Grenade up here, so we can cut off little angles for a longer amount of time. After that, I do have on Flow State. I think if you're ever going to play on an Arc Hunter, you're going to want to use Flow State because it gives you so many benefits to your Amplify that you're going to want to have. After that, we do have on Tempest Strike. This is going to let us shoot a little flow of electric energy down the lane that can do 125 damage and easily go through enemies because it pierces. It'll obviously make them jolted, which when they die will make you easily amplified, which is just a very good thing to have. After that, we have on Spark of Haste. I'm running 7 Mobile. You can run higher if you want to, but this does give you plus 30 to your resilience, recovery, and most importantly, mobility. So once I run around for a few seconds, I do have 100 mobility on. After that, I have on Spark of Ion. So whenever we do defeat a jolted target, like with our Tempest Strike here, we get a bit of extra ability energy from an Ionic Trace. Down here, to finish it off, we do have Spark of Recharge. So we are critically wounded, our melee grenade energy is going to regenerate more quickly, so we just have those abilities up more often. If you got any questions about the build today, please feel free to leave those in the comments section or join the Blinkville Discord server. I'm going to have links in the top right and in the description. If you want to join the community, I'd very much appreciate that. We're on the way to 10,000 subscribers and I'd love to have you. But if all you can give me today is a little watch on the video, that's completely fine with me too. Before we do hop into this gameplay here, please hear me out for a second. I was having a conversation with people in the server the other day and they said, hey, I would love to see a Blink tournament. All Blink players competing against each other in a little tournament. And I said, that's a great idea. It's such a great idea that I had it over a year ago. I just never did it. 1, because I'm not as excited about this game nowadays, but 2, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that to actually making something like that happen, and 3, I don't think we have enough people to actually fill up a roster that we could do something like that with. At the same time, I would love to be proved wrong about that. Now, I'm keeping it simple right now, and the only thing I want to ask you guys today is, would you be interested in that? Not would you join it, not would you watch it, just would you be interested in that idea? Is it something that when I said it, you were like, ooh, that tickled my little neurons? If that's the case, please leave me a comment and let me know, or tell me in the Discord server. I just need that information, and then if I can hear a bit of people going, yeah, that sounds interesting, then I'll move on to maybe a next step and actually look into logistics of making it happen. But I want to put it out to the community and just set some feelers out there and give you guys a chance to actually let me know how you feel about it. But all of that out of the way, I think we're ready to get in this gameplay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and blink on into it. After using this Devil's Ruin kind of combo for a little while, I realized that I probably will not be using it in the future on Checkmate just because I think it's a little bit too strong. You can just melt people in groups no matter what. If they're solo, even easier. You can get Radiant proc off of it because of the seasonal artifact right now, and all you do need is 3 ticks of your laser and it automatically goes to Radiant. And while in my opinion there are a lot of scummier things than this combo, and I'm sure most people would agree with that, it is still just kind of like boring after a little while because you just start frying people and then you kind of miss taking actual gunfights. Like even right here, I could have just tapped that kid in the head, but you can see I did get radiant off the laser right there because it's just good. Like there is ranges where you want to be using the laser, like right there. I think it's better to use the laser from that range. If you're any closer, you can just use the actual bullets. But you don't really need to use the actual bullets because why would you, especially with Mechaneers where you're reloading so quickly, just keep spamming the laser? And that's kind of the thing. And that's the thing I don't really get. Like that in Fighting Lion, you're going to see me smack and dump all over a Fighting Lion player later in this gameplay because I don't understand how weapons like these two, right? These two exotics that are functionally special weapons, but they're just using primary ammo. How the hell did they say, let's make a game mode that is more focused on actual primary gunfights and that gives a big nerf to special weapons to where you don't actually start with special ammo and when you come in you have to earn it. And then they said, okay, let's take a look at the whole sandbox, all the guns and everything. At least that's what you should say if you want to make an actual fucking balanced game mode. But I mean, this is Bungie we're talking about, so they didn't do this, but let's just say that's how I would do it. And then I would go and I'd look at something like Devil's Ruin and I'd go, okay, and then I'd look at Fighting Lion and I'd say, okay, these are two primary ammo exotics that function like special weapon ammo, guns. That's very strong. They're already really annoying and strong in regular trials. So maybe I don't want my players to like deal with that too much. In Checkmate, that makes sense. Let's put some sort of a limiter on there, maybe a cooldown once you use the laser on Devil's Ruin where you can't use it again for, who knows, 20 seconds maybe? So you actually have to pick and choose when you use it more efficiently. It would make sense, right? That just seems like the smart option. Or Fighting Lion, maybe you actually give it an ammo cap, maybe you only start out with 5 or 6 of those grenades, which is already plenty enough, but no. And then you could, actually transmit more ammo into it. No, nothing. Not even the slightest attempt. And the next thing goes like bows, right? Which we're still ruining this weekend to quite a good extent, Not as many wish enders as the first time or the last time we had Checkmate, I should say, but still a lot of wish enders, still a lot of Laymons, and just bows in general, completely ruining Checkmate. Because it's just all these low skill players that can't get their own kills, so they're walking around and they're just like, okay, I'll just put on a bow and I'll clap up everybody else's kills once they get them low, or I'll shoot somebody in the head and let my good, actual high skill teammates clean it up. And it's like, okay, those are still ruining it, but there hasn't been a limiter put on any of those yet. And it just boggles my mind week after week. Every time I see Checkmate come back, I get excited because I'm like, okay, I do want to like this game mode. I really want to give it a fair shake and try it out and have some fun with it. But then every time I do, I'm just like, man, how are you not looking at the very obvious things like these and actually nerfing them? So, I just want to put that out there because it's just so ridiculous. Bungie needs to get it together in that aspect because it's just like, what are you doing? But I don't know. I mean, I don't trust them to actually balance anything. I'm just hoping they actually like go out of business or something so they can never make another game and torture another player base with it again. But hey, let's keep talking about trials this weekend. I mean, it was been pretty dumpy. I literally got most of these clips at the beginning here on like Saturday, mostly because I was like hungover on Saturday and I didn't feel good, which is my fault. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I regret the night before, you know what I mean? But that's why this video is a little late, so I do apologize for that. But it happens. So then I got some clips on Saturday and like Sunday, I think, and then I was gonna finish it off, and I was so low energy this weekend, I just really didn't. So then I eventually did kind of get the video together. But the other thing was just these teammates were absolutely dog shit for the beginning when I was playing alone. Like, I could walk into a Chuck E. Cheese and get more brain cells stuck through the bottom of my shoes after going in the bathroom than I could get out of all my teammates combined in these trials matches. Like that's just straight up with you. And it's fine, Part of me wants to say it's fine at least, because that's the classic conundrum that I face in my head if I ever roast a teammate. Because especially if they're a low skill and I can tell they're a low skill player. Because in my head, I feel bad because they didn't choose to be in a match with high elo players, right? They don't want to be, I'm sure, but they are. And that sucks for them because now they can get their buttholes clapped And it sucks for you as the higher skill player, because now you have to deal with them. You have to carry them, whatever it may be. And I think a lot of us know the pain of going into a trials match and you end up like 17-3 or 17-4, you know, a crazy slash line like that, and you still lose like 5-4 because some bubbles come up or wells come up, whatever it may be, and your teammates just weren't doing anything. And it blows like that. Like this round, we clapped that matchup pretty easily. Like those enemy players were dog, right? Just like crushing stuff and not actually knowing how to play. So it was an easy match to win, but my teammates didn't follow up that round. I literally killed 2 so easily, and then they just don't do anything. And it's like, come on. I mean, it's just crazy to me. I don't know. If I was looking at PvP right now and I was the team making it, my biggest priority would be, okay, how can I go and apply the most changes to this game to get it in a healthy spot? I would be looking at Checkmate more than anything. The regular meta, it's dookie. It's dumpstered. It's done, bro. Leave it in the dirt. Leave it in the past. Bury it. Don't put it in the fucking pet cemetery. I don't want that shit coming back to life. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It's garbage. If you want to make this game right, you go into Checkmate as hard as you can, and you try to make it feasible and fun. But for some reason, they do like the tiniest little changes every now and again. They're like, ooh, okay, we're going to tweak it a little bit. We're going to give 2 more PPs to this guy. Okay? He's going to have 2 PPs now instead of 1. And then that'll change all of Checkmate. What are you talking about? What are you saying? No one needs more PPs. Okay? What we need is for you to nerf exotics like the Devil's Ruin and Fighting Lane. We need you to nerf bows. We need you to actually bring these classes more in line with each other so you can't just still spam threadlings. Like, that was the entire last weekend that we were all so sick of, right? It's just getting threadling spam. And I should say the past, like, 4 weekends. And then for some reason, it comes into Checkmate Trials, and that's what tells you something is overpowered. If you need a very simple indicator of if something is overpowered, all I want you to do is think about how strong it is in regular Trials, and then a second later, I want you to think about how strong it is in Checkmate Trials. If something is overpowered in regular Trials and Checkmate, that's a very simple indicator that it's too strong everywhere, that it's too strong in general. And if you can't figure that out, Bungie, oh my God, I don't think those motherfuckers can tie their shoes. I think they're just Velcroing it. Hey, either way here, we're coming to the end of this actual like commentary part, because I did switch this video up a little bit. It's not just all going to be commentary here. So these next few clips are all going to be some more live gameplay with my buddy, but it's the same build. So you are still going to be seeing the same build for this video. So I do appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you do enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Some funny stuff in there, and also you might want to turn your audio down because I was going crazy with it. So thank you guys for watching. That's how I know you've got a big old juicy cock.
That's, you know, that's what I've been telling everyone. The best are either the weapon ornaments or the emotes, like the exotic emotes.
Yeah, those would be pretty good sometimes. All you have to do is unlock all 60,000 blue emotes that are in the game before you can get those.
It's like they keep adding more too and just don't tell anyone.
Dude, I feel like they do, because you'll be sitting there and you're like, oh, let's open this Eververse game, and all of a sudden it's just like shit stomper, and it's like a blue emote, and you open it up and look at it, it's just like your guardian stomping your own feces down the toilet as hard as possible because he took the biggest load as possible on the McDonald's drive-thru. Even though as soon as you start sliding, it shows the indicator for it. It shows the icons like, yep, you're sliding, you can use Tempest Strike. But then you'll start sliding. One's on the left side near their spawn.
Okay. I'm watching over here on
okay.
Right. Nice,
See,
nice.
I just two-tapped.
I have a clearance inside.
Okay. The first basic, he's going for the first res.
Okay. I got one.
I'll pry that.
The radar ping on right is a clone. I don't know. Oh, last is on left. Let's go.
Laggy game. So I wrote it down so I could use it in a video.
What you got?
I'm gonna say that I can find more brain cells in the bottom of my shoe when I walk through a Chuck E. Cheese bathroom than I can for my teammates in ranked or in trials.
Half on back rocket. That's the Fighting Lion kid.
Okay, just don't pee, whatever.
He's on my res now. Nice.
Yeah, nice Fighting Lion, pussy boy!
I saw
smaller guns that are also bigger.
Yeah,
yeah baby. Yet.
Yet.
On mid rocket, 1 HP. Or I should say 1 tap. Right. Teammate didn't get him. He's still half shields. And challenging me for some reason.
Last one is fighting lion.
Don't challenge, you scared.
Oh, what happened to your fighting lion? Do you smell like shit?
Bro, I don't fucking understand why people can't just watch a video and use their ears and their eyes, right? Let's use all of our fucking senses. I'm sorry if you're blind or deaf, boo-hoo, get over it. Look at the fucking screen,
I'm deaf.
listen to the words, boo-hoo, get over it. And then, when I say something like this, like here's my imitation. All right, guys, today we're gonna be using the igneous hammer as our primary weapon, right? I'll do that, and then I'll go, let's get into this gameplay. And then Shrewd Nelson down here leaves me a fucking comment. Using, what do you fucking mean, what's the hand cannon I'm using? What do you think the point of the intro is? What do you think the point of the entire section of the video that I label at the bottom of the screen right now? It says intro and build. You know it says build. It says build right there, Nelson. What do you think it's for? And then you ask me what the freaking hand cannon is. I covered it. I fucking said it. In clearest layman's terms possible, I explained to you what the goddamn weapon is. Even if you were somehow deaf, which, you know, fuck it, who knows how that happens? I'm not a scientist. Look at the screen. I hover over the weapon, and it says igneous hammer. If you can't put 2 and 2 together, then you don't know what 4 is, and you don't know how long your little micro peen is because it's only 4 centis. And that's the bone I have to pick with Destiny 2 viewers and their fucking comments. So even similar to how like Big Bang Theory works. It's completely different. Yeah,
Not
the
same
jokes.
format or anything.
No, not at all. I'm not staying here because nobody else went inside, so I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I'm on pillar. I have 2 taps. I'm gonna drop a rift right here on pillar. One's coming around from the left.
They just chopped all my health off while looking at you. Like, what the fuck is this?
Nice, good bait. I tagged him once on the right. He's on zone.
Matter.
You should be able to get my res from the pillar.
Yeah, probably.
Teammate is stupid.
Was there not?
What the fuck?
I got you, Jim.
Thank you. How do you have over...
Insert.
What?
Yeah. So you had joined the team channel. Come on. Someone's gonna team these kids.
I was trying to help you. They're just firing.
I know, they're
Firing
railing
line.
me, and everyone else
I have 1-2 tapped. I'm 1 shot.
Cool, I'm out then. You gotta be careful there.
There's a nade on the zone.
Okay, I'm reloading. My reload sucks.
I apparently got... Where is teammate? What?
I don't know, big man. I'm gonna res you.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Stop pushing me, you Homo erectus!
Fucking
My
hell.
god, his teammate needs to suck a scarecrow.
I have
Great.
long range, that's... So... I'm gonna play boxes real quick. There's one on the stairs. I'm dropping a rift here.
Okay, one tapped one.
Hand cannon guy is on zone. He's getting sucked right now. I almost had your fucking team.
I know,
Taking
I
an
know.
Axiom, I'm chasing him. God damn. I got one.
I got a
I
second.
got 2.
Oh, well, it's me, but I respect it.
I
They go for
Axiomed him,
res.
fat fuck.
Oh, okay. Pussy boy.
Help me. He's half shields on the fucking boxes. I have a revision 0, so I can't fucking fight a hand cannon. Nice.
Really just confuse the shit out of them. I mean, they'll see us, I'm sure,
Works for
but
me.
I'm gonna slide into this.
Oh yeah. Same. I'm here.
Oh yeah, they know.
I don't know if they're looking. Have 1 half health. Nice. Good pickup, dude.
For sure.
Other one is behind pillar inside. I got a regen.
No worries.
I'm sliding out. 1 came behind us. Yep. There.
Behind is...
Half. I might be dead. He's pocket singularity. Half. Outside. I'm living.
He's not.
Let's go, baby. He understood the assignment. I'll
He
have
really
rift here
did.
in a minute.
I tapped that guy once in the Headington. Watch your butt.
Alright.
Yeah, that door, I'm scared of it. I'm in the door, there's someone to
One's
our
coming from
down.
the right.
You good?
Bungee, please. Yeah, I almost got bullshitted, but I did it. I made it. I did the thing.
You're better.
Yeah, baby. This Wishender is half health. He's got a
Got you.
Cryoson. Nice. Last one is Igneous.
Got you.
And dead. Let's go. GG's.